Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
I think we have completed one theorem related to our T naught space, which is a hereditary property, right? So, what is a T naught space? In short, I will repeat. So, for being a T naught space, first it should be a T space. Then, what is a condition? Let X rho be a T space. First, it should be an T space. Then, for any two different point, for given x not equal to y in capital X, what is a condition? There exists G such that x belongs to G and y does not belongs to G. Or in another way, we can have x does not belongs to G and y belongs to G. Either of this condition holds. That means one open set should be there which contains at least one of the element. And after that, we have seen the hereditary property. So hereditary property is easy one. That means we are provided with one x2 is a T naught space, right? We have been provided with x2 is a T naught space. We have another space that is x star 2 star is a subspace, and we have to prove that. What is our aim is to prove that it is also a T naught space, right? We have done this because we have to just use this property. By using this property, we have completed the theorem. Now let us go for the next theorem. If you are not having a doubt, should I go for the next?
Yes, ma'am.
So the next theorem is again, as I told you, for this totally we are having up to T5 spaces, but up to T4 we are going to study. So total T4, no, 6 into 2, that is near about 12 to 14 theorems are fixed out. So being a T naught space is topological property. Okay, just like in the last theorem, we have seen being a T naught space is hereditary property. Now we have to see being a T naught space is topological property. Next, or we can say another statement for this is homeomorphic image of a T naught space is T naught space. Homeomorphic image of a T naught space is a T naught space. And one more statement for this one is let X2 be a T naught space. Let Y2 star be any T space. Let F be a mapping from X to Y. Let F be a mapping from X to Y, which is 1 1 on 2 and open map. Then show that what is our aim is to show that Y2 star is a T naught space. Y2 star is also a T naught space. Okay, now let us go for the statements one by one. The first statement is given to us as a being a T naught space is a topological property. Okay. The second statement tells you the homeomorphic image of a T naught space is T naught space. Now the meaning of topological homeomorphic, both I will explain you later on. Let us go for the third one because we have in detail description of homeomorphic, what is the definition of homeomorphic, what do you mean by homeomorphic, what are the points, what are the theorems related to homeomorphic. No doubt it is not a homomorphic, but it is very similar to homomorphic. It is called a homeomorphic image of a T naught space is T naught space. Okay, let us go for the third statement so that as it is a evaluated statement, you can understand easily. Okay. So what is given to us? We have been provided with the X2 is a T naught space. Okay. So what is there? This is what a T naught space. And what is our aim is to prove? We have to prove that this is also a T naught space, right? On the condition given that F is 1 1 onto an open map. I hope everyone is knowing what is 1 1 onto function.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and if I hope everyone knowing, so that's why I'm not going to repeat this. So this is what we have been provided that these two are 1 1 and onto. And what do you mean by open map? That means if you are having any open set in this domain, so the image of open set will be open set. Suppose I have one open set in X2, the image of this that will be f of g is also open. This type of a mapping, if it exists, it is called a open map, right? So what is the important property of an open map? If I know the mapping is open, suppose I have any open set in your X2 without knowing the nature of the element f of g, I can say directly it is a open set. Barobar? So that is what an important property of an open map. If G is any open set in X2 and if I say F is an open map, so what do you mean by open map? Without knowing the nature of f of g or actually what is an element in f of g and all, without knowing anything, we can say directly this is also open, right? So we have been provided that f is 1 1 onto open map. Then what is our aim is to show? Simply we have to show that your y2 star is also a T naught space. Have you understood the statement?
Yes, ma'am.
ओके पहला वाला जो डोमेन में है वो टी नॉट है, हमको सिर्फ उसका जो इमेज सॉरी कोडोमेन में जो है बाइटो स्टार उसको हमें टी नॉट स्पेस प्रूव करना है, राइट? Don't assume that this toe star is a related topology. It is simply one different topology than X2. X2 एक अलग topological space है, Y2 star is a different topological space. So simply we don't consider this to be a relative topological space. Relative का meaning क्या होता है? Just like in the last theorem, we have relative topology means what? It is a subspace topology. Okay, so subspace हमने already prove किया है. So don't confuse with that, or you can denote this toe star as some another topology, say toe 1. Okay, so don't confuse with the last theorem that toe star is related to relative topology. Okay, relative का हमने already prove किया है. So यहाँ पे क्या है? Toe 1 is some different topology. X2 is one topological space, Y toe star, or you can say Y toe 1 is some different topological space. That the codomain we have to prove it is a P naught space. Okay. So homeomorphism, let me go for the definition of a homeomorphism. I hope everyone knowing homomorphism.
Yes, ma'am.
And everyone knowing isomorphism, right? So what is an actual meaning of homomorphism? Suppose it is nothing but just like if I want to say in a very easy language, it is a structure preserving map, right? Yes, in the homeomorphism also we are going to have a very similar meaning. Suppose I can tell this to be for the homeomorphism what I have to do. Actually definition of homeomorphism is one f is a mapping from x to y, and then mapping f is said to be homomorphism if it is 1 1 onto continuous and open map. And continuity open map both are similar. Later on when studying the definition of continuity we will come to know that continuity and open map and closed map, all these are equivalent. Later on we will prove continuity is equivalent to open map is equivalent to continuity is equivalent to closed map also. So simply you can go for the definition 1 1 onto an open map. Okay, so ये तीन condition satisfy होना चाहिए. 1 1 onto an open map. 1 1 onto everyone knowing. 1 1 means what? Can anyone tell me?
Different elements have different images.
Different element have different images, right? We can say x1 not equal to x2. We should have f of x1 is not equal to f of x2. Or in another way, I can say mostly we are not using this one while proving. असं घेऊन प्रूव्ह करत नाही ना आपण काय करतो f of x1 is equal to f of x2 and then we prove x1 is equal to x2, then we say that f is 1 1. Correct na?
Yes, ma'am.
Mostly we are using this method, but actual definition is different element have different images. Why these two are equivalent? Because of the contrapositive statement. As I told you initially, whatever we are having the number of statement, P implies Q. And their contrapositive is negation of Q implies negation of P. So अब तक आपके पास अगर 100 statements आपने याद रखे हैं तो you will have now 200 statements by the help of a contrapositive statement. So here also by the definition of 1-1, we are not using the definition of 1-1 while proving any theorem. I hope you have observed in the algebra paper. We haven't used this condition. अपन कहाँ से start करते हैं? यहाँ से start करते हैं ना? F of x1 is equal to f of x2, then we will prove x1 is equal to x2, right? This is what a contrapositive statement. P implies Q, negation of P implies negation of. So we have 1-1 condition. Onto means what? Whenever you are, okay, just let me ask you what is an onto statement. Onto का definition क्या होगा?
There exists pre-imagined domain for every element in codomain.
Suppose I have some element say y1, so I will have the pre-image of y1 as y1 is equal to some f of x1. For every element, if I am able to find out such a pre-image which y1 is equal to some f of x1, then we can say that this x1 is nothing but the element of x. So if it exists for every element, then we say that the mapping is onto. And what do you mean by open map? For every open set in X2, if I can find out f of g is also open, then I say that this mapping is a open map. And if I want to use the definition of open map, I can take any open set from G, from X, and I can directly say that their image is also open. And if I want to prove the open map, I have to take one arbitrary open set from X2 and I have to prove that the image of that open set is also open. And we have proved the result for arbitrary open set, then we can say directly that F is a open map. Have you understood what is the definition of homeomorphism?
Yes, ma'am.
1-1 onto open map. Sometime it is given 1-1 onto continuous and open map. But later on you will come to know by the theorem continuity and open map are equal and continuity or closed maps is also equal. Okay, later on we will prove. As we are in the TI space nomenclature, so first we will complete all the TI spaces, then we'll go for the homeomorphism, continuity in topological space and all. Okay, so firstly, we have been provided with x2 and y2 star. Given that your x2 is a T0 space, we have to prove that its image is also a T0 space, right? Okay, यहाँ पे क्या दिया हमको? x2 is a T0 space और prove क्या करना है? y2 star is also a T0 space. Okay, let me start the proof. What I have to do? Okay, before that I will write to prove that. What is our image to prove that? To avoid the confusion, let me write down y21 is T0 space. If I want to prove that y21 is a T0 space, what I have to do?
For x not equal to y in
Right. We have to start with two different element in y. As elements in y are in the form of f image, right? Images होंगे ना वो x के. So that's why let me take them in the form of say y1 not equal to y2 on the condition as it is a onto map. Right, as it is an onto map, can I say this y1 is equal to f of x1 and y2 is equal to some f of x2 for some x1, x2 belongs to x, and the reason for this you can write f is onto map. Correct? We have started with the assumption let y1 is not equal to y2 in y, that is in the codomain, and by the condition of onto, as f is onto map, we can have the elements x1 and x2 which satisfy this condition. Barabar? Agree with me? So if
yes, ma'am.
this y1 is not equal to y2, directly I can write f of x1 is also not equal to f of x2. Simply we are writing them in the form of a f images. Now, on the next step, I can apply the definition of f is 1, 1. What do you mean by f is 1, 1? Can I write directly x1 not equal to x2?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, x1 not equal to x2 is by definition of f is 1, 1. Since it is given that f is 1, 1 and on 2, so we can write this, right? So, what is this x1 and x2? These are an element of x, right? So, we can say these are an element in capital X. But what is given to us? दिलेला काय आहे
X2
but
is T naught space.
but x2 is a T naught space. So if x2 is a T naught space, so when we can use the definition of x2 is a T naught space, when we can find out two different elements in x2. So here we have found the two different elements in x2, then we can use the definition. Okay, using the definition of x2 is a T naught space, I can say there exists an open set G which contains x1 but it does not contain x2. Okay, or you can write another statement for this. You can say that x1 does not belongs to G, or you can say x2 is belongs to G. Anything you can. So simply if I want to use the definition of x2 is a T naught space, we come to the two different points in x. After getting the two different point in x, we can say that that is we can apply the definition of x2 is a T naught space. Then we can say there exists an open set G which contain x1 which does not contain x2. Okay. Now, as we know that what we know as f is 1 1 on 2. So the same thing I can apply here as f of g will belongs to to1. यहाँ पे मैं सिर्फ f apply कर रही हूँ, right? So on the next step, for this also I will apply f. As f is 1 1 on 2, we can apply this. F of x1 will belongs to f of g and f of x2 will not belongs to f image of g. Okay, simply applying f on both sides of this, f of g will belongs to to1 as it is a image. It to is in the domain space. So to1 is in the it will go in the codomain. F of x1 belongs to f of g, and f of x2 is belonging to f of g. Okay, as well as you can write f is open map also. When we are using the open map, since G is open set in X2 and by using the definition of open map. Okay, how to use the definition of open map for any open set in X2, the image of open set is also open set. Okay, so here we have used the definition of open map and then here we have applied the 1 1 onto conditions. Barabar? Are you getting me?
Yes, ma'am.
जो हमें फाइंड आउट किया है उसको सिर्फ एफ मैप अप्लाई करना है एंड इफ यू आर कंफ्यूजिंग एनीवेयर simply write f is homeomorphism so the examiner will understand that where you have understood which property क्योंकि इस स्टेप पे आपको ओपन मैप लिखना है इस स्टेप पे आपको 1 1 कंडीशंस लिखना है और नेक्स्ट स्टेप पे क्या लिखना पड़ेगा दिस f of x1 is nothing but your y1 ना यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं राइट f of x1 is y1 f of x2 is y2 so replacing them, we can write it as this. Here you can write f is onto. If you are confusing from where I have to write which property, so what you do simply write f is homeomorphism. So that is also okay. I can say this y1 belongs to f of g and y2 does not belongs to f of g. Right? F of g is open set in to1. Right? So hence which implies from where we have started we have started with y1 not equal to y2 and we arrived to there exists open set f of g belongs to 1 which satisfy the condition y1 belongs to f of g and y2 does not belongs to f of g. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we have started with y1 not equal to y2 now. Here we have started y1 not equal to y2, and we arrived to the condition that we have found one open set f of g in x y2 star, or we can say y2 1, which satisfy the condition of having one element and not containing another element, and hence the proof, which implies what we have proved, y2 star, or we can say y2 1 is a T naught space, and hence the proof. Okay. If you're not having a doubt, let me go for the next one, is characterization properties of a T naught space. Characterization properties of a T naught space. These two theorems, whatever we have said related to hereditary and topological property, these will be fixed out up to T5 space. जहाँ पे भी हम definition लेंगे उसके बाद compulsory ये दोनों theorem आपको लिखना पड़ेगा, right? The next one is characterization property of a T naught space. Then next, after using or after going for the definition of T1 space, we'll go for the characterization properties of T1 space also. Okay, the first one we'll see is with the help of some statement. Let X2 be a T naught space. That is, X2 is a T naught space if and only if distinct points in X having distinct closure. Distinct points in X have distinct closure. Or in another way, I can write this statement: X is not equal to Y implies and implied by their closures are also different. Okay, given that X2 is a T naught space, if and only if means what? We have to prove this property or this theorem in the two parts. First, we have to assume X2 is a T naught space, then we have to prove that for two different points we have two different closure. Okay, ये तो हमें मिलेगा. Right, next one, we have to assume for different point we have a different closure, and then we have to prove in the second part X2 is a T naught space. Okay, have you understood the statement?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me start with the only if part. Okay, what will be there in only if part to prove that? What is our aim is to prove that closure of X is not equal to closure of Y, given that what is given to us, X is not equal to Y as well as X2 is T naught space. Okay, so we have been provided with the two conditions: X2 is a T naught space and X is not equal to Y. What is our aim is to prove that their closures are different. Okay, let me start with the first one, that is we have X is not equal to Y in X. This is a given thing, right? But what I can write, but X2 is a T naught space, it is given condition. Then I can use the definition of a T naught space. Using the definition of a T naught space, there exists an open set G which satisfy the condition X belongs to G, Y does not belong to G. Okay. Now, what is our aim is to prove the closures of X is not equal to closure of Y. To prove not equal is somewhat difficult, na? So what we will do, if possible, or in another way, I can say, I can claim that X is not a limit point of Y. I have to prove that X is not a limit point of singleton y, right? So this is okay. To prove x closure is not equal to y closure, it means that it is having two different limit points. No doubt x is not equal to y, ये तो दिया है हमें, right? X is not equal to y, ये हमें पता है. But what is our aim is to prove that their closures are also different. Okay, if x is not equal to y, what is our aim to prove that? Simply their limit points is also different. Okay, limit point ये भी different है, ऐसे ही prove करना है, right? So what do you mean by their limit points are different? Because they are having only one element. No, x is singleton x and singleton y. No doubt the x is not equal to y, so obviously x will not be a limit point of y. But we have to prove this statement. If we prove that x is not a limit point of singleton y, we can prove the vice versa that y is not a limit point of x. Okay? Are you getting me? What I have to do?
Yes, ma'am.
दोनों के क्लोजर इक्वल नहीं है ये बताना है. दिया क्या है हमें? x is not equal to y. So simply we have to prove that their limit points are also different. Okay. Let me start with the proof. X is not a limit point of y. We have to claim this. Given that, what is given? That means we have obtained x belongs to G, y does not belongs to G, and G is a open set. This we have obtained from the definition, right? Now, use as we have to prove that not a limit point. Let me use the definition of not a limit point. G intersection with singleton y minus singleton x, right? We have to prove that x is not a limit point of y, so that's why we have taken one open set which contain x intersection with the set minus the point, right? No, if you remember the definition of a limit point, G intersection E minus singleton x is not equal to phi. This is what a definition of a limit point. For all open set G which contain x, intersection with the set minus the point is non-empty. This is the definition of a limit point for all. And what is the definition for not a limit point? There exists an open set which satisfy the condition G intersection E minus the point is empty set. आठवत है इतना definition limit point not a limit point
Yes,
से?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we have to prove this is equal to empty if I want to prove x is not a limit point of y. So singleton y is nothing but E in this case. So what is G intersection y? If you consider this one, y is not a member of G, so can I say
Phi.
G intersection singleton y is empty set minus singleton x, empty set intersection with any set is empty set. So hence we have proved what we have proved. X is not a limit point of singleton y. So we can say x does not belongs to closure of y, and which implies closure of x and closure of y both are different. Okay? It's very easy. Simply you have to use the definition of a not a limit point for a given thing. What is given in a proof? We have been provided that x is not equal to y and x2 is a T naught space. Simply you have to use the definition of x2 is a T naught space. We have found the open set which contain x. Okay. So we have to find out at least one open set which does not satisfy the condition of limit point. Okay. To be a limit point, we have to satisfy for all open set. For not a limit point, there exist is also sufficient. And we have found at least one open set which does not satisfy the condition. And hence we can say their closures are different. Now let me go for the next part, that is the if part. What is there in the if part? We have been provided x is not equal to y in capital X and closures are different. To prove that, what is our aim to prove that? X2 is T naught space. Okay, we have to prove that x2 is a T naught space. What is given to us for x not equal to y in x? We have their closures are different. Okay, so I can write this as x closure is not equal to closure of y, which implies I can say x is not a member of a closure of this. Okay, can I say I told you many times that there are some always true statement. A bar is always closed set, and one theorem also we have proved. Closure of a closure is a closure since A bar is a closed set, and A is a closed set if and only if A is equal to A bar. These type of a theorems we have proved. And always true statement is A bar always contains A. And what is another always true statement? A interior is always contained in A. Right? A bar is always a closed set, so closure of Y is also always a closed set. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So G is equal to I can define X minus singleton Y. It's a bar, right? So if I define G in such a way that if this singleton Y its a closure is a closed set, I can say this is as open set by using the theorem. You can write the statement of theorem here. F is a closed set if and only if complement of F is open. बरोबर? Every time you must remember which theorem where you are using. So whenever you are having the practice of this, जब भी आप notes निकालते हो तो साइड में statement लिखो, otherwise you will be not remembering which statement or which theorem we have used in this proof. So if this is a closed set, its complement is an open set. So hence I can say directly that there exists open set G such that can I write directly X belongs to G since X and Y are different. X is not a member of this set, so obviously X will be member of this. बरोबर ना? X is not a member of this set, so obviously it will be a member of its complement. ये complement है
Yes,
ना
ma'am.
उसका. So if X is not a member of singleton Y bar, obviously it will be a member of its complement. And directly I can say Y is not a member of G since what is your G? Y is not a member of X minus singleton Y bar. Right, so hence we can say there exists open set G which satisfy the condition of being a P naught space. Right, from where we have started with x not equal to y in x, and we have arrived to the condition x2 is a T naught space. बरोबर? सिंपली यूज क्या करना है आपको? सिंगलटन वाई बार इज अ क्लोज सेट, क्योंकि क्लोजर ऑलवेज क्लोज सेट होता है. सो क्लोजर इज अ क्लोज सेट, टेक इट्स कॉम्प्लीमेंट इज अ ओपन सेट. So if x is not a member of that set, it will be a member of its complement and hence the result. That means you got the open set which contains the element x and which does not contain the y. Right? Have you understood this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Y is not a member of x minus singleton y bar. Y minus लिखा है ना यहाँ पे, so that's why y is not a member of this set. Okay. We go for the next property. Show that Sto is a T naught space if and only if for x not equal to y in capital X, x2 is a T naught space if and only if what is if and only if for x not equal to y in capital X, either x is not in y bar or y is not in x closure. Okay. Again, as it is an if and only if statement, we have to prove in the two part. Right? The first one, we have been provided x2 is a T naught space and x is not equal to y. Then we have to prove that x is not belonging to y bar, or you can prove y is not belonging to x bar. Okay, just like the last theorem. Last theorem ने हमने क्या prove किया? The closure of x is not a limit point of y bar, or rather you can write the proof of that as it is. Right? X is not a member of I hope you remember we have written x is not a limit point of y. We have proved this statement in the last theorem. So in the very similar way, we have to do the same thing here. Okay. So let me start the proof. We have provided x2 is a T naught space and x is not equal to y and x is also given to us. So if we have this given condition, we can use the definition of a T naught space. Then there exists open set G which satisfy the condition x belongs to G, y does not belongs to G. Okay. So if y is not a member of a G, where it will belongs? It will belongs to its complement, right? So I can say singleton y is a subset of this set x minus G, correct? Are you getting me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what is our aim to prove? X is not belonging to closure of y. And what is given? X2 is a T naught space and x is not equal to y. If given to us is x is not equal to y, so we can use the definition of x2 is a T naught space. Okay. So by using that, we have found y is not a member of G. So if it is not a member of G, it will be a member of its complement. As belongs to I have written since y was an element. But if I want to write down in the form of a set, I can say it is a subset of x minus G. Then I can write the closures now. I hope everyone knowing this property. We have proved many times these type of a property. If A is a subset of B, A closure is a subset of B closure. We have proved this for A interior is a subset of B interior if A is subset of B. Then we have proved exterior of A is a not a subset, rather it satisfies the different property. Right? आठवते का?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so by using that result, we can say that their closures are contained. But as we know that G is an open set, given that G is an open set, so what will be x minus G?
Close set.
If it is if it is a closed set, I can say directly x minus G is equal to x minus G. It's a closure. Just now I have written A
Yes,
closure
ma'am.
is equal to A if and only if A is a closed set. A closed set क्यों है यहाँ पे? If G is open set, its complement x minus G is a closed set. So if A is a closed set, its closure is equal to A, right? So I can say Y closure is contained in x minus G. Now, what is our aim to prove that? We have to prove that x does not belongs to closure of Y. So if possible, what is a possible? Let us assume x belongs to Y closure, right? X belongs to Y closure if I have assumed. Because not x is not a member of singleton Y, we have already proved. So let us go with some different way. X is not a member of a singleton y bar, we have to prove. Let us assume if possible X is a member of a y bar. So from this condition I can write X belongs to singleton y bar which is contained in X minus G, right? So it implies X belongs to X minus G, बरोबर? And here we have written X belongs to G, right? X belongs to G as well as X belongs to its complement, which is contradiction, right now?
Yes, ma'am.
So this contradiction arises due to the wrong assumption. X is a member of closure of Y. So what will be the right assumption? X is not a member of a closure of Y. Similarly, you can prove, or you can write directly as a, similarly we can prove Y is not a member of a closure of X. बरोबर? Okay, so the next part, that is if part, we will prove in the next lecture, or at least you can try to do this. Okay, we will complete it. थोड़ा ही है, complete करेंगे, right? So what is there in the if part? In the if part, what is given to us? X is not in closure of Y and Y is not in closure of X. And what is our aim to prove that? X2 is T naught space. Okay. As I told you, if I want to prove any space to be a T naught space, I have to start with the condition X not equal to Y in X. Right. Now, we have started with the condition X not equal to Y in X. So, what is given to X? X is not a member of closure of Y. So, can I say X is a member of X minus closure of Y?
Yes, ma'am.
So the closure of the set is always closed set. So it is its complement is open set. So I can say X belongs to G. What is G in this case? X minus singleton y bar. ये closed set है तो इसका complement क्या आएगा? G. G is a open set. And hence the proof. X belongs to G. And we have got there exists open set G is equal to X minus singleton y bar such that X belongs to G, Y does not belongs to X minus closure of Y. जैसे लास्ट प्रूफ का इफ पार्ट था सेम एज इट इज है, कुछ भी चेंज नहीं है. ओके, सो इन दिस वे वी हैव कंप्लीटेड द two properties of the, or rather two characteristic properties of T naught space. In the next lecture we will go for the T1 space. Okay. If you have a doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, you can leave the meeting. Thank you.